Hello there, good people. Welcome to It's a Shaw Thing. Hope you enjoyed a little football last night. Now it's time to get you ready for the weekend. And we're going to discuss 4 different matchups you should definitely keep an eye on when it comes to your fantasy sports. We start off with Cleveland versus Detroit. Very simple. An opportunity for the Detroit Lions to enjoy a big weekend. They actually performed well on offense against the Vikings last week, but now they have a chance to really embarrass the Browns, which just about everyone does. So who to expect big numbers from? At quarterback, Matthew Stafford. Wide receiver, Calvin Johnson's healthy. And Kevin Smith in the backfield. All 3 players legitimate fantasy starts this weekend. You can't say that about every other week. Next up, we're talking about Seattle against Minnesota. As long as Matt Hasselbeck's healthy, you could find some value there. So I think he's going to have a decent weekend. Justin Forsett's going to get the start in the backfield, coming off a great weekend. Julius Jones, remember, injured because of a lung injury. And then other guys to consider here, TJ Houshmandzadeh, fresh off his best weekend of the season so far. And also Nate Burleson got shut out last weekend, but so far up to that point was on par for the best season of his career. So I think he's a guy you don't want to give up on. As far as what they're going to face in Minnesota, they could pass the ball, they could rush the ball. Brett Favre, Sidney Rice, Visanthe Shianko over at tight end, running back, obviously Adrian Peterson, all fantastic starts this weekend. We move on to the Jets versus the Patriots. The Pats have everything to prove this weekend. I expect them to just go after and embarrass the Jets, so I start everyone from New England. Even Kevin Falk is an option at running back when you consider all the injuries to other tailbacks that you might have considered starting. As far as the Jets, typically Thomas Jones is a good start, but this weekend I'd be careful because I'm telling you, the Jets are not in a good situation. The coach is already crying. Next up, we finish off with the Houston Texans going against the Tennessee Titans. This is a very different Titans team that the Texans play this time around. The Titans are healthy in the secondary. That's a huge difference. And on offense, Vince Young has been fantastic. Now he's going to go back and play in Texas, where he had such a wonderful career. Expect good numbers from all of them. I'd start a bunch of Titans in this one, and then I'd start all of the Texans as well. Matt Schaub is still worth a fantasy start, even though he might throw some interceptions. Kevin Walter, Andre Johnson. As far as the backfield, though, be very careful there. Steve Slayton and Ryan Moats expected to split carries, which really limits the value of both players. Enjoy the weekend. We'll talk more football on Monday. Until then, best of luck.